everybody, it's Rory from A&S Gear, and we're going to look at a gun today. This is the Tippmann Cronus. This is the basic version right here. Comes in black with tan parts. You can see it right there. We'll show you what comes in the box, kind of give you some basics on the gun, and let you make a decision from there. So the box, pretty typical fare for Tippmann boxes. They got all the stuff on the outside of it right here. Shows you what you're going to get on the back side here, but internally, it's basically a 98 custom inside, with some exceptions, so we'll talk about those. So inside the box, obviously you're going to get your manual. You're going to get a parts kit. Now in this parts kit, you're going to get a squeegee, you're going to get a barrel sleeve, you're going to get some lube, Allen keys, 1 or 2 O-rings, because that's really all you need in this gun. And then you can see them right here, these little tan pieces. These are sights that you can stick on the top of the gun, should you want to put them on there. If you don't want to clutter up your rail system and you just want to use a red or green dot sight, you can as well. So that's that. Barrel, right here, I believe this is a 9 or 10 inch ported barrel and a A5 thread. Let me look at the back right here. 9 inch ported barrel. I was right the first time. So A5 threaded, 9 inch ported barrel. There are a billion A5 threaded barrels out there, so if you're looking for something different, longer, different color, you want it to be purple, you can get that. There's plenty of them out there to suit your own style. You get a nice piece of foam, doesn't do you any good. Foregrip and gun. So let's move some of this other stuff back into the box. There, that went over there. This kind of goes somewhere. That goes right there. We'll figure it out later. So the gun itself, we'll talk about that. We talked about the barrel. Get that out of the way. We'll actually get this out of the way too. So this is just a standard foregrip. It's got one mounting screw that's right here. We're going to remove this screw. That's going to loosen up this 1 foot right here. We'll slide it onto our front rail system if that's where you want to put it. You want to be super gangster and put it on the side. I get you. Put that right there. We're going to put it on the top here, or the bottom. That's wherever you want to put it. You're going to remove the screw all the way out, slide it on, and put the screw back through. Make sure that the nut doesn't fall out. Sometimes they do. You just press them back in. And then you want that screw to run in between the blocks on the rail system. Slides through. That will keep your foregrip, that's the word for it, from sliding back and forth, and it'll keep it tight in the groove as well. So you don't want any kind of wiggle or wobble to it. So make sure that screw goes in between there, and that'll hold it nicely in place. So that takes care of that. All right, so the gun internally in this section right here, 98 custom, same assembly inside of there. You've got your hammer, your valve, where your breech assembly, and it all moves together. So it's a very tried and true system, something that they use for rentals. It's a very strong, robust system. You can get it dirty, you can get it wet, it can have sand in it, and it will still work. So the system is good. The one thing that they've changed from their 98s or their A5 setups is those guns usually had a macro line or a steel braided line that came up from the ASA and then attached to the valve assembly internally. Now they've plumbed it internally, or they've done a gas through system where the line now actually comes up through here. Now they're using a composite frame, so they're not actually running the line or drilling out the composite frame and running it through a passage right there. They've got a brass tube. Yeah, a brass one, it's not copper. A brass tube that runs from here, that's got an O-ring on the bottom of it that mounts into the ASA, and then it runs up in a very specific little path that they've made right there, and then it attaches up into the top. So there is actually a pipe that runs down there that transfers your air up through the grip frame. It is not a passageway machined into the grip frame, if that makes sense. So if you ever have a leak in that area, you just look at the O-rings that are at the top and the bottom and you change them out. Very, very simple. The gun still cocks from the back right there. You got a safety switch on the side to shoot. Pull the trigger, the gun shoots. Feed neck on the side does not have a lever clamp to it, but it does have a adjustable setting to it, I guess you would call it. Put an Allen key in there, tighten it down, it'll grip onto whatever loader you've put inside of there. You've got lots of rail systems on here, rail, so you can just stick a ton of stuff on these things and make it any style you like on there. What else am I missing on here? We got the safety. Oh, the back end. This is compatible with, let me pop this thing off of here, with a stock. You can slide it on there. This is the same kind of stock that goes for the Project Salvo. It actually slides up on, and then you would take a screw and you tighten it down on there. It is not the style, which is typical on the 98 Custom, where you have to remove the two halves of the shell, put the stock in, and then close the shell back up, which if you're not comfortable with taking your gun apart, can be a nightmare because things pop out of it when you pull it apart and things just go everywhere if you're not comfortable with it. This makes it much easier. The stock just drops right in, you tighten it down with a screw, and then you're ready to roll. So this system I love way much more than the old 98 or the current 98 system, I guess you call that. And then what else am I missing here? That's it. We talked about all that stuff on there. Barrel goes in there. There's a couple other versions of the Cronus, which we'll do other videos on. There's a tactical version, which is going to come with a lot of other accessories on it. So there's a different look, but internally it's all the same. So check that video out as well. And pick one of these up. They're cheap, they're rugged, durable, they'll run forever. Might not be the most advanced gun that you'll ever shoot, but it will work every time you try to play with it. So check them out. The Cronus from Tippmann, available through the website. Order yours now through ansgear.com.